Hey guys, thank you for tuning in to my channel again. This video is going to be about NCLEX, and so I'm just going to give you tips and advice on how I passed NCLEX in 75 questions, and hopefully you guys can be successful with this advice as well. So I graduated from nursing school May 6th. This all is occurring in 2015. So I graduated May 6, 2015. I scheduled myself for the NCLEX June 30th. And I didn't really start studying until around May 26th. And I kind of gave myself a break because that was my first break I have had since I started nursing school. So I took a break for a couple weeks just to like sleep in, relax, go on vacation, and visit family. Because I knew when I started studying that it was going to be crunch time, and that's all I needed to devote my time to was NCLEX. So the first resource I'm going to tell you about is the Hurst Review. If you don't listen to anything I say today, please listen to this about the Hurst Review. I think the Hurst Review is the main reason that I passed. So with the Hurst Review, you either have the option of doing the classroom option or you can do the online course. So I decided to do the classroom option because I'm a very visual learner. And I know I need to be in a classroom with a teacher who could explain everything to me. So with the classroom option, it's like a 3-day course, and you go from 8 to 4 every day. And you're in a class setting with other nursing students, and you have an instructor. And the instructor will go through this workbook from like front to back. And in the workbook, each section is kind of broken down into body system. So you have like cardiac, respiratory, GI. It goes into pediatrics, maternal health, and everything like that. And the main reason why I loved Hurst so much was that it taught content. Now, I know there's like this Kaplan versus Hurst type of deal, but all I knew is that, from what I heard, is that Kaplan teaches you strategies to answer questions, and Hurst teaches you content to answer the questions. And I always feel like if you know content, you can answer questions. So Hurst really helped me a lot on the NCLEX and put everything together that I learned from nursing school into this workbook. And they do also have resources online about on the Hurst site about different like medications and things that go more into depth than the workbook. But with the Hurst Review, I studied after the course, 3-day course, I studied this workbook from front to back. So I made flashcards about each section, and like I said, I'm a very visual person and I see things in color. So like for cardiac, I would make flashcards and the writing would all be in red. For respiratory, I would use blue color. For GI, I might use brown. So it is essential. If you do sign up for Hurst and you do sign up for the classroom or online portion, it's essential that you study this material. Like, just going over it one day is not enough. So you need to study this material, study this notebook front to back, and know it like the back of your hand. So I really recommend Hurst when you're studying for the NCLEX. So with the Hurst Review, I know there are like this test bank or test modules. I think they offer you like 8 test modules. I only completed about 5, and I know they say you need to get like an 84 out of 125 to guarantee passing. I just want to let you guys know that I scored between like a 70 to 84 on these tests. So even though I scored like 70 to 84 out of 125 on these tests, I still passed the NCLEX. So that's going to say, don't stress out if you're not getting the 84 out of 125 on the modules. Because that really freaked me out, because all these thoughts started running through my head about, oh, I'm going to fail, I didn't get the 84 out of 125. But I just want to say, as long as you're reviewing the rationale about why you get a question wrong, and it's also good to review rationale for the questions you get right, and as long as you're learning from what you did wrong, then that's really all that matters. But I say Hurst Review is the way to go. So the next resource I used, Prioritization, Delegation, and Assignment by LaCharity. Now this book, it was a lifesaver. I got this from Barnes & Nobles, and I think I don't know where the price is. It might have been $20 to $30. So with La Charity, you know, it has these questions in it, and all of them are like a mixture of prioritization, delegation, and assignment, which is one of the areas I struggle with, you know, trying to pick which patient to see first, or what can I delegate to a nursing assistant, and things like that. And this book really helped me put everything together. So I did this in addition to the Hurst review. I also did pick up this Kaplan book from Barnes & Nobles. I think it was $50. I only maybe did like one chapter out of this book, then I kind of put it down. Because, I mean, it has great practice questions in it, but I kind of wanted to stay in the Hurst mindset. So I really didn't use this book that much. But it does have good practice questions in it, and it also offers 2 practice tests. It comes with a DVD. You can go online with it. And I also kept this big binder, and it just had nothing but notebook paper in it. I used different online sites that offer different NCLEX practice questions, and I will link the websites that I use with additional practice questions down below. And I don't know if you guys know this, but the makers of the NCLEX also have kind of like a review course. And I'll link that website down. It's called NCSBN. It's the company that makes the NCLEX. They have their own like NCLEX review, and where you can answer NCLEX style questions. I did purchase that. I think I might have purchased the 3-week course, and I would just go on there and answer different like practice questions. So with my study plan, I made sure that I did about 50 to 100 questions a day. And like I said, I always will review the rationale, whether I got it wrong or right. With studying, I probably studied like about 5 to 10 hours a day. Like I said, I made flashcards because that's the way I learn. And you know, so I would study a section in the Hurst review book. Then I would find practice questions that were like related to that section. So if I studied cardiac, if I studied cardiac out of the Hurst review, I would try to find cardiac questions, whether it was in the La Charity book or cardiac questions online. I also used the NCLEX RN Mastery app for maybe like a week or so before my scheduled NCLEX date. That just gave me additional practice questions, and it also broke questions down into body systems. That's a really good app if you guys want to use it. It does cost money. It's not free, but I did use it for like a week. If anybody is interested, I'll provide that link down below too. It's also essential to pray. I'm going to say this again. Pray. Because you're going to need somebody bigger than you, meaning you're going to need Jesus, to be with you during that test, because it's very nerve-wracking. You're going to need him essentially in your life at all times, of course. My prayer life grew when I was studying for this NCLEX. Like, I would be specific with my prayer. I would be like, Jesus, I really want to pass in like 75 questions. And you know, you have to put the work in too. You know, you can pray to God that you pass in 75 questions, but if you're not studying, then it's kind of like, that's not right. So you have to put in work too, and God will do his part too. Then with your study space, you need to have a good conductive study space. Like, I decided to study in my room. I can't really study when I go to libraries. I don't really do well in group studying, because I have to have like peace and quiet. Like, it has to be really quiet for me to study. So essentially, find what study area works for you. So I made sure that when I studied in my room, that I had, this is my encouraging workspace. So here you can see that I posted a little sticky note about me being a mother-baby nurse. That sticky note says, stay focused, have faith, ash cakes. I wrote this note about, if you take the Hurst review, it talks about meeting with the NCLEX lady. So I put my date and time of my meeting with the NCLEX lady. I put on that note, Ashley, you have to do 100 to 150 questions a day, but I usually did about 50 to 100. I put another note saying I will dominate the NCLEX. And this just has different lab values on it that I wanted to kind of drill in my head every day. And Hurst does well reviewing critical lab values that you should know. Like I said, Hurst review is A1 when it comes to NCLEX. And no, this video is not sponsored by Hurst Review, but I just recommend Hurst Review. If anybody was to ask me about what I use to study, it would be Hurst Review. And I also left this encouraging note, you know, NCLEX wants to give you questions you can answer. Because like I said, NCLEX is not designed for you to fail. They want you to become a nurse, but they want to make sure that you are a safe nurse. And then I put another sticky note saying I will pass NCLEX on first try. This one talks about the what glucocorticoids do, which will be in like the kidney section of the Hurst review. And then this is important. Always go with your first answer and don't change it. This is something that helps with assignment. You know, never give an unstable patient to a LPN, unlicensed assisted personnel, UAP, or a nurse from a different floor. Then I have this note, God is bigger than the NCLEX. This one talks about slow down and read the questions slowly because it's not a race when you take the NCLEX, you know. Just focus on you and your test. So it's test day. So I got up around 5 a.m. because my test was at 8 a.m. So, you know, I got ready. I left the house around 6 to go get some breakfast from like Chick-fil-A. So I was done eating at Chick-fil-A. I went straight to the testing center and I made sure to drink green tea just so I could be active and alert during the test because my test was really early in the morning. Once I got to the testing center, in the Hurst book, there's a section about how to pass. So I just went over that while I was in my car. And it also has a section about Hurst review strategies. So I just reviewed these pages before I went in for my test. So I think they opened up the testing center maybe around 7:30, 7:45, somewhere around that time. So just make sure you read when they send you the email with your authorization to test. Make sure you read everything in the email about what you can and cannot bring and everything like that. So we had to like put our cell phones in like a plastic bag, and I think they went in a locker. So the only thing I really brought in with me for the test was my keys, cell phone. That was it. I made sure to go to the bathroom in the testing center before I went and took my test. There's this process you have to go through. You get checked in, you have to show them your license and everything like that. And they sit you they do one person at a time to be set at a computer station. And there's somebody watching you during the test, you know, make sure nobody cheats or anything like that. They give you like this whiteboard that you can write on. And on that whiteboard I wrote things like Ashley RN. I wrote the Bible scripture, Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So I had made up in my mind that if my test goes past 75 questions, I was going to take a break, go to the bathroom, regroup, and come back in. And, you know, get to answer more questions. But my test shut off at 75 questions. You know, the blue screen popped up and I was like, what? You know, I just couldn't believe it. Because in my mind, I'm like, if you get 75 questions, you either did really good or you did really bad. And you know, I'm thinking of the worst outcome. So I'm just like a nervous wreck. So I took my test starting around 8 o'clock. I left the testing center by 9:15. So my car ride home, you know, all these thoughts came into my head like, oh, I went through the test. I took the test too fast. You know, I was just stressing myself out. And the next 36 hours after the test weren't any better. I could barely sleep. I could barely eat. I was always checking the Tennessee Board of Nursing website to see if my license had posted. And I was just a nervous wreck, you know, not trusting myself enough to know that, hey, you know, you studied your behind off. You know, you passed the test. You know, I just didn't, I don't know, I was just such a nervous wreck. And you know, getting on allnurses.com didn't help at all, because when I would get on allnurses.com and go to their little NCLEX section, it seemed like people were posting more stories about them failing the NCLEX than people passing the NCLEX. And you know, it's very real that people do fail the NCLEX, but you know, reading their stories just made me even more nervous about my outcome. And then I know on the site they were saying, you know, if you got a lot of select all that apply questions, that mean that you passed the test. And you know, I only got about maybe 5 select all that apply questions. So you know, I was thinking, oh, I didn't get that many select all that apply questions, so does that mean I didn't pass? So 36 hours later, I go and look on this website called Nurses. It's another website that you can check to see if your license posts. I went to check that check the website, and what do you know, my name pops up. You know, it says Ashley, shows my license number, my expiration date, and I just couldn't believe it. I remember my daddy was outside cutting the grass. I ran out to him. I was like, I passed the test. I passed the test. And you know, everybody's just so happy. I was all happy, and I was relieved. And you know, I just had to give glory to God, because he was with me in that testing room. He really was with me the whole time, honestly, during the process. But yes, the NCLEX can be a nerve-wracking experience, but you have to trust and believe in yourself and your knowledge, and trust that you will pass this test. You will dominate. The NCLEX is just another step in you becoming a nurse. Another thing, I was on Facebook a lot, and a lot of my classmates were taking their tests before me, and seeing them post that they passed the NCLEX, that made me nervous as well. I was happy for them, but then it's like putting pressure on myself. Like, I don't want to be that one person that doesn't pass the NCLEX, you know? So I kind of stayed off Facebook and allnurses.com as time got closer to my test. Alright, it's giveaway time, giveaway time, giveaway time. Okay, to everybody who has subscribed to my channel, your support means the world to me. I just love getting that little red notification saying that I've got a comment, or just looking through my subscribers and everything like that. Like, I just appreciate you guys so much that I wanted to do a giveaway. Once I got to 100 subscribers, I think I'm at like 162 subscribers right now. With the giveaway, the first thing I'm giving away is a Forever 21 gift card. This gift card has $30 on it. I'm a gift card kind of girl. And I know most of us girls love shopping at Forever 21. The second item is OPI nail polish called Mod About You. It's actually the color that I have on my nails right now. I love this pink. It's a very pretty light pink, and I just love it. The third item I'm giving away is a selfie stick. You know, let's say you want to start your own channel. You might not, but you don't have enough money to buy one of these expensive cameras right now. You can always start by recording on your phone, and with the selfie stick, that'll just make it much easier to record. And the last item of the giveaway will be these pair of lashes. I love wearing lashes. They just complete a makeup look. Like, they can take a makeup look from 0 to 100 real quick. So I love lashes, so I'm giving a pair of these away. If the winner of the subby giveaway is a nursing student, I will also give this away to them. It's a gently used Kaplan NCLEX book. Like I said, even though I didn't use it, I only used like about 1 chapter out of it. It still has a ton of good practice questions in it. Has a CD with more practice questions in it. So this will be a really helpful study tool. I paid like about $50 for it, and it's just collecting dust. These are the 5 items that I'm giving away. To enter yourself into the giveaway, the first thing you have to do is make sure that you're subscribed to my channel. Second thing you need to do is subscribe to my Instagram. My Instagram is Pretty Nurse Ashley. It will be linked down below. Third thing you need to do is tell me about how you found out about my channel. Did your friend tell you about it? Did you type in nursing and my video popped up? I just want to know how you found my channel. Fourth thing you have to do is tell me what I should do my next video on. Now, my next video will be a birthday vlog because my birthday is August 19th. I turned 24. So my next video will be a birthday vlog, but just tell me what type of topics you want to see, whether that's like how to pass med-surg, or you want to see me do more vlogs. You know, whatever topic you want me to cover. So I will also leave everything that I've talked about down in the description bar in case you forget. So the winner will be announced Friday, August 12th, and the winner will be announced on my Instagram. That's why it's very important that you follow me on Instagram. Of course, the winner will be chosen at random. I think I'm going to keep doing the giveaways when I get to like 500 subscribers, 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, and you know, so on and so forth. But I'm just so appreciative of you guys, and this is a way that I'm showing my gratitude. This video is already long, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it. I will go ahead and cut it. So thank you so much for watching my video. Stay tuned.